Okay, Joni here with Realty Executives in the Villages. I want to share this little story, and I hope that it just warms up your day, because what you do matters, right? Whether you are doing real estate, or you're a stay-at-home mom, or you are retired, or whatever your role is, what we do every day matters. And it really came full circle. I love what I get to do. I love what I get to be a part of, basically helping people in a new chapter, helping people pick up their lives and either buy or sell their home. And either way, they're picking up their lives, they are starting all over. And I know what that feels like. So it really inspires me as a realtor, as I help people in these new chapters, these new stories that they're creating. And it almost brought me to tears yesterday as I met the sweet seller of this home. So I had my just wonderful clients who were buying this home from her there for the inspection. And I got to meet the seller and her dog for the first time in the beginning of the inspection. The dog came out and just melted my heart right away because it's this pile of mush and so cute. Looked like a little teddy bear in the face, just all gray and big brown eyes and just so adorable. So said hi to this dog. It was real sweet and loving. And then as soon as it saw the inspector, it kind of cowered and changed its whole demeanor. And I went on to, at the end of the inspection, I talked with the seller. I asked her, hey, can I actually take a picture of your dog? It was so sweet and loving to me. And it was over the top. It loved me. And she said, yeah, of course, you can take a picture. I wanted to show my son because I was trying to describe how freaking adorable this dog was. So long story short, I got to hear the whole story of this dog and why it cowered. And just so symbolic of, again, what we get to be a part of. And it's bigger than just selling homes. So the reason the dog cowered is its owner, who passed away, so the wife's husband passed away, had dementia. And he would have episodes and basically go down the street, and he would have to be brought back by the police very often. So just kind of you can only imagine the turmoil, I'm sure lots of emotions in the household when an episode like that happens, and the dog probably didn't know what was going on. And so anytime the police officer would be there, they would have a holster, right? So when the inspector reached for his device on his side, it probably triggered that in the dog. And so she said, he gets nervous of males, and especially if they come in gear, if it's a police officer or someone like that. So, but it was so beautiful to hear her story. And she said she cried when she got our offer. So when we submitted our offer, it was a great offer. And I always like to, have an honoring, respectful offer on both sides. Of course, I want my buyers to be happy. But also, I knew the value in this house. So we came in with a very strong offer. There actually was someone else who put in an offer the very same day. And we won. But she said she cried when she got our offer. And I did actually, so I always write a letter with my, just a little bit about my client, why they want to buy this house, what they love about this house. And she said just the whole experience just brought her to tears. And they're a married couple. They're younger. They're just barely retirement age, and they're going to be enjoying their life, in this home that she and her husband created. And she is starting a new chapter now. And this sweet seller, she's going to be moving to a new home in the Villages, not where she is now, and just a fresh start, a smaller home. And, her sweet dog, who I am a little bit maybe obsessed with, is obviously going to be there with her. But it made me so happy that, the dog came out of its shell and was happy. And, maybe this whole experience will remind the dog that, this is a positive experience moving in. Of course, it's a dog, and dogs are very positive. But just more focused on, this lady and her story. And funny thing is, our company actually does a lot of work with Alzheimer's. We're doing a bingo tomorrow night. We're doing a walk next month. And I love that we do these things and being a part of something. Years ago, I used to have my own company, and that was a big thing that we did was, outreach work. We were always finding ways to be a part of the community. And but it just really is amazing for what we get to do, what we get to be a part of as a realtor. So this is really a thank you. So if you are my client, I just want to thank you for trusting me and letting me be a part of your story, your chapter, whatever that new chapter is. As a kid, I know what it's like. I remember growing up, and my parents had to pick up and move 12 times by the time I was in high school. So I was very accustomed to having to start over, be the new kid on the block, and learn all the ins and outs of a new school, a new neighborhood, new everything. And it can be exciting and scary. So thank you for letting me be a part of this journey with you. And as always, if you have questions, I would love to help you with them. Please like, subscribe, share, and feel free to reach out. Have an amazing day, and I'm sure we'll talk soon.